What is up? It is a new day here and I wake up with a big issue. I thought today would be an easy day with real estate. You never know. So I have this listing, right? And the house had storm damage and a bunch of siding blown off. So before I went to the appointment, it was already damaged and they were supposed to fix it. This was a couple months ago. Well, I guess there's been some huge delay with supply chain issues and I just find out it's still not fixed. And guess what? We're closing tomorrow and the contractor originally said it would be $4,000. So the seller was going to put in escrow $4,000 and they would get it back once the work was done after closing. Well, guess what? The guy just hits us up. Again, tomorrow is closing. It says it's now $12,000. So I call the seller. Of course, they're super upset. The agent is freaking out. So now I got to sit down and work through this issue so we don't delay closing tomorrow. And I don't really know what we're going to do here, but we'll get it figured out. So let's get into it. I have 2 huge listing appointments that I'm getting ready for as well. So let's get into this workday. So got it all figured out. Luckily the seller was cool about it. I mean, at this point, what can you really do? You know, like they can either say, hey, you know what, forget about it, I'm not gonna go to settlement, or you just hold the money in escrow and it goes to closing and it'll all be done and then they'll get their money back in like a month or two whenever the work is done. So it's hard. You're always juggling like so many balls and you're kind of like the middleman for everybody. And this lady was like, you know what, I didn't realize how much work there really goes into this until I saw like, you know, what you were doing here towards the end of the deal. So a lot of stuff going on. So hopefully closing goes smooth tomorrow. I just got a showing request for like a $1.3 million property from a new lead. So I'm obviously gonna call them right away. And I've got a big class at 11 and then 2 huge listing appointments, which I'm gonna take you guys on. So let's keep going. And it's only what, 9:55 in the morning. I thought this morning would be nice and slow and I could relax to these appointments tonight, but not looking like it, but oh well, let's keep grinding. So I'm about to sit down for a learning course on YouTube, which I do a lot of. And then this $1 million showing, have not been able to get a hold of them. I've called a few times, texted and all that. So, but the lead came in at 3 a.m. So I suspect they're like a night worker or something like that. So we'll definitely keep trying to reach them and see if we can get a showing set up. So let's hop on this training call. And then right from there, I got to rush right to these listing appointments. So it's about 1 o'clock, just got done with the training. It was really awesome. So you always gotta be learning. Now I'm heading to my first listing appointment of the day. The goal today is to get both of them signed here while I'm there. So I'm gonna take you guys on the journey. This first one, I don't really know the people at all. I don't really know where they found me. They've just been in my system for years. So I looked through the notes. We had talked to them several years ago and just kind of kept them on all of our like drip systems and all that and all of our contacts. So we just kept hitting them up the last several years, but it looks like they've owned this place for a long time, which is not common around here in Northern Virginia. So heading there now. So let's see if I can get this bad boy locked up. All right, so listing number 1 signed. Appointment went really well. Actually, I was totally wrong. These people, they had actually bought the house through my team a couple years ago, and now they're moving to a different state. So we got the listing agreement signed. Really nice couple. Really updated their place and showed well. They got it ready to sell. So now I'm going to turn in the paperwork to my assistant to be processed, and they want it on the market in a couple weeks. So now I'm about to go back to the office and get prepared for the next one, which is at 5:30. It's about 3 o'clock now. So glad we got that. So 1 down, 1 more to goal. 1 more to goal. 1 more to go to hit my goal of getting 2 listings signed today. So let's keep getting at it. All right, so I just got some listing photos in from my photographer. What he does is he goes out, meets with the client, takes all the photos, and he has the editor edit them. So I'm gonna take a look at them, and then once I go through and make sure they look okay, I'm actually gonna have to send them next to my writer, who will write up a long description about the house and like all the features and updates that goes on Zillow and the MLS and all of that. And then from there, I'll double check that. And I also have to go back to the owner and ask them what features they think the writer should highlight as well. So let's get to work work on that. Let's take a look at these photos and get all that submitted. Photos are huge, you know, they can make the whole listing pretty much, as well as the description. I used to do these like really short descriptions that was basically like nice house, all that. I learned that I was not a writer. I actually found a professional writer that I hired that just writes out these long, like novel, like descriptions. And that really like helps like showcase the house, makes it look a lot more professional, and it helps the house get sold for more money. Then from there, my assistant's gonna input all of it into the MLS. So just got it all submitted. All right, so now it's about 3:15, just got to my home appointment from the first listing appointment. So what I'm gonna do is actually put them in my system, which will automatically send them a thank you card, welcome brownies, all that. We're also having a huge client party, which I'll be recording, which that's also gonna invite them to kind of give that extra touch. And then my assistant and all that will get the paperwork, get all that rolling like I said earlier. So now I'm gonna catch up on some stuff. That other appointment isn't until 5:30. Little nervous about that one, not gonna lie. It's a pretty big house. So excited to meet with the people though and go over my marketing presentation and everything. So let's keep getting to work. About to head to this next appointment. I'm a little bit early, so I'm probably gonna kill some time, but this one I'm a little nervous about. It's higher-end property. I haven't seen the people for 10 years, which is crazy, so I'll be going over my marketing presentation and all that. And this one was really hard to comp because it's a huge, huge house. It's like the biggest house in this particular neighborhood, like square footage-wise by far, and it's a huge, huge neighborhood. So hardly any comp. Sometimes that can work against you because there's not much to go by, and then it's harder to appraise. So I'll obviously go through that with them as well. And I had a hard time finding some other comps in the area. So let's head that way. Wish me luck. Let's see if we can celebrate and get 2 for 2 today on listing appointments. All right, just pulled up, grabbing the agreement, heading in the house. Wish me luck. All right, so I just got out. Guess what? I got the listing. It was actually a really tough appointment. I was in there for a while. They were actually gonna interview somebody else, talk to them about it, and they decided to go with me. How could they not? I'm so charming. No, I'm kidding. But they basically, you know, wanted to interview some other agents, and I talked to them a lot about my strategy, went over my local knowledge, the video, photos, everything I do, and they really liked it. So they decided to go with me. And actually right then and there, they're like, we gotta get the house on the market right away. So what I did was call my photo guy while I was there, was able to set up an appointment because I like to be super proactive. I like to be the yes guy, not the guy that can't get things done. I also don't like to make people wait around or anything like that. I can just show them that I'm aggressive, which I am, and I can get the job done for them. So awesome day for sure. Always good day when you can get 2 listings signed. So if you're a new agent or someone even just watching this, you definitely just got to keep pushing through. Definitely have those bad days, definitely have those good days. So awesome, all good day, late night. Now I get to go home and probably field some calls, but also relax a little bit and also know that I gotta get this house on the market right away. So see you at the top or from the top. Peace.